Attorney General Merrick Garland has appointed a special prosecutor to investigate Hunter Biden. And it's the same prosecutor that's already been investigating Biden for the last 5 years. I see this as, you know what? Wrong or right, you have armed the Republicans with so much, haven't you? I mean, why would you do this? Why would Merrick Garland say, okay, I'm going to appoint Wise, who, oh, by the way, waited 5 years to do anything, let statute of limitations intentionally run on a whole series of decisions, and, oh, by the way, worked out a sweetheart deal that in trial we learned wasn't even real. And you're going to say, okay, we're going to let that guy do the investigation. Common sense tells you you have handed the Republicans so much to talk about. And this now becomes a major election issue going into 2024, and it shouldn't be. It should not be, right?
Right. It was a very weird decision by Garland, just to begin with, because Weiss, according to Garland, approached him last Tuesday and says, hey, now I want to be the special prosecutor. Give me these special powers. I've hit a dead end, and I can only continue if I do this. I've been at it for 5 years. But I swear I'm like right there closing in, and Garland just says, "Oh, I don't even care."
No, it was you hit it on the head, Farron. It's almost like, what the hell? Sure.
Merrick Garland has been a very absentee attorney general. He doesn't seem to want to do anything himself. He doesn't want to make any of these decisions that he's made. He almost does it begrudgingly. Look, they could have appointed a special prosecutor. That wasn't Weiss. A long time ago to look into this. I mean, this, again, began under the Trump administration. If y'all thought it was a big deal, put a special prosecutor on it.
What the hell? What do they care if this dirtbag goes to prison for violating the law? Why do you now invite it into daddy's world in the middle of an election?
Yeah.
And that's what the GOP did. Now that Merrick Garland, he would have been the same person on the Supreme Court that would not have known had no sense of what's really going on. I don't think I have this wrong. I don't think I have it wrong when I say, like it or not, they let him go. They intentionally let statute of limitations run. They waited 5 years to do anything. They worked out a sweetheart deal, which was ridiculous by any standard. And now they say, you're the guy that did all that, and now you're going to be the special. I mean, in 30 seconds, you can just obliterate the other side with that. And they've just invited it. I don't know why. It's almost like they didn't think. What about the FARA? Have we even gotten to the FARA part of this?
No, and that may actually be what Weiss was referring to when he says, I need the additional powers because I can't reach into these areas of it without them. So that could be, my best guess is that's where he's trying to go with it. And if that's the case, again,
I hope
totally fine.
If that's where he goes, everything I just said is wrong. If that's where he goes, I apologize for everything I just said, because he would be showing some character, he'd be showing some class, and he would save Biden from the onslaught that Biden's going to experience because of this crazy mix-up that we've had.
But I will say, you brought up the fact Merrick Garland that he was going to be on the Supreme Court. Now, look, we both disagree with what Mitch McConnell did holding that seat, but we both did segments at the time when Obama appointed Garland or nominated him, talking about how weak this guy was, how pro-corporate this guy was, how anti-environment this guy was.
I remember your position was he was asleep then.
Yeah.
He was letting corporations run over Americans. He was letting corporations run over the environment. You did your own segments on Fair and Balance on it. And the truth is, you were right. Now we're seeing it with the AG. We're seeing the same thing with the AG. So I don't know. I think it's a bad mistake. I just think all you're doing is arming the other side.
Yeah.
We'll see.